King Charles turns 75 today and will most likely be spending the day surrounded by his loved ones. The monarch has spoken of his pride in his youngest relatives, his 5 grandchildren. However, despite his clear love for each and every one, it appears that his bond with each of them differs greatly, writes the Mirror. King Charles sees William and Kate's children Prince George, Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis more often as they all reside in the UK, unlike Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, who live in California. They have less opportunity to bond with their grandfather, who has had a somewhat frosty relationship with their parents, his youngest son Prince Harry and daughter-in-law Meghan Markle. Here we look at Charles' bond with all of his grandchildren. Prince George. King Charles' eldest grandchild is 10-year-old Prince George, who is second in line to the throne after his father Prince William. When George was born in July 2013, the king spoke of how he was overjoyed to have become a grandfather. He explained, "Grandparenthood is a unique moment in anyone's life, as countless kind people have told me in recent months, so I am enormously proud and happy to be a grandfather for the first time." In a tribute to his firstborn grandchild, Charles built an arboretum and planted trees at Balmoral in his name, calling it Prince George's Wood. He told the BBC in 2021, "The great thing was that I managed to plant it the same year that my grandson was born, the eldest, George, so I thought he'd call it Prince George's Wood." However, in 2015, it was reported by the Daily Mail that Charles had become increasingly perplexed about the peripheral role he felt he played in the life of George. And several years later, William spoke in a documentary to mark his father's 70th birthday, where he revealed his wish for his children to spend more time with their granddad. He said, "I would like him to have more time with the children. To, play around with the grandchildren. When Hess there, Hess brilliant, but we need him there as much as possible." Earlier this year at his coronation, Charles gave George the role of one of his pages of honor. George and 7 other boys named pages of honor attended their Majesties, the King and Queen, during the service. They were primarily responsible for carrying their long, heavy robes. The honor is usually granted to teenage sons of members of the nobility and gentry, and especially of senior royal household members. Princess Charlotte was Charles' first granddaughter. Her name pays a direct tribute to her grandfather, with Charlotte the feminine version of the name Charles. In May 2015, Charles, who was then Prince of Wales, was visiting Dorset and told well-wishers that he was hoping for a girl and described her as beautiful. And he added, "I am thrilled. I was hoping for a granddaughter, someone to look after me when I am very old." Royal author Robert Jobson writes in his new book Our King Charles III, The Man and the Monarch, that Charlotte is in line to become the future Duchess of Edinburgh. He explains, sensitive to the fact that Prince George's future is already mapped out, Charles has been careful to reserve one of the grandest titles for Princess Charlotte, currently called Lottie by her mother and Mignonette, French for cute little thing, by her father. Although the king has made his brother Edward the new Duke of Edinburgh, the title is only for life. After Edward dies, Charles has made it clear Charlotte, now aged 7, should become Duchess of Edinburgh. Prince Louis is the youngest child of William and Kate and is 5 years old. Little Louis clearly has a special bond with his grandfather. The first glimpse of their close relationship came in 2020 on Louis' second birthday, when Charles marked the day by releasing a touching photo of him hugging the then toddler. At the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations when the heartwarming granddad-grandson relationship was clear to see. As the royals all watched the Jubilee pageant at Buckingham Palace, a restless Louis asked to sit on his grandpa's knee, and sweet pictures show the youngster being bounced up and down by the now king. One royal fan tweeted, "Prince Charles and Prince Louis have the best bond. Lovely to see Prince Charles in grandpa mode with Prince Louis today," wrote another. Prince Archie, the king's youngest grandson, is Prince Archie, who is Harry and Meghan's first child. Charles said at the time that he couldn't be more delighted when he was born in May 2019. When he was christened, the king's former Clarence House Instagram account shared a touching photo of Charles proudly gazing at Archie. However, when Harry and Meghan decided to quit the royal family and relocate to LA, this meant that the king has spent little time with his young grandson. Their last meeting was last year, when Archie came to the UK with his parents during the late Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations. When it came to the coronation earlier this year, which coincided with Archie's 4th birthday, so the youngster stayed in California with his mum Meghan. Princess Lilibet is the grandchild who has spent the least amount of time with the monarch. In fact, it appears they have only met the once, when she came to the UK with her parents and brother Archie last year. At that point, she was rapidly approaching her first birthday, and it was her first visit to the country, having been born in California. And speaking about this meeting, a source said, "The prince, of course, hasn't seen his grandson Archie for a bit of time, and so it was very, very, very special to have some time with him." Join the Daily Record WhatsApp community. Get the latest news sent straight to your messages by joining our WhatsApp community today. You'll receive daily updates on breaking news as well as the top headlines across Scotland. No one will be able to see who is signed up, and no one can send messages except the Daily Record team. All you have to do is click here if you're on mobile, select Join Community and you're in. If you're on a desktop, simply scan the QR code above with your phone and click Join Community. We also treat our community members to special offers, promotions, and adverts from us and our partners. If you don't like our community, you can check out anytime you like. To leave our community, click on the name at the top of your screen and choose Exit Group. If you're curious, you can read our privacy notice. He hadn't met Lily, his granddaughter, and so to meet her was very emotional, a very, very wonderful thing. Unfortunately, Charles did not attend Lilibet's christening earlier this year, as it took place at Harry and Meghan's home in California. However, it did emerge that both Lilibet and Archie would now be known as Princess and Prince, titles they are now entitled to given their grandfather is king.